Hey everyone, welcome to Campner Canucks. It's TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. It's the weekend, and we're going to be diving in to an NHL Draft Day trade scenario. We're talking about the Canucks. We're talking about the Flames. We're talking about the Kraken. Yes, there are a lot of draft day rumors going around. I think it's worth talking about. It's worth considering. And I'm so glad you're here. We're going to dive into this conversation. You do not want to miss this because some of you are like, well, this is just a rumor. No, I understand it's just a rumor, but there are deals being made, are trying to be made right now. And I think there's going to be a potential of some significant draft day trades that could happen. And they're both involving the Vancouver Canucks. Thanks so much for being here. I'm going to hit this promo and we're going to dive right into it. All right, everyone. So we're going to dive into this. It's going to be good. I just forgot to post this one thing and gone. Okay, great. So we're diving into this video because there are, and this is the big question is, would you make this NHL draft day trade if you were the Canucks, if you were the Flames, or you were the Kraken? Now, the reason why this possibility is available is because there's a very good chance that Ivar Stenberg is available at 3. And because of that, it creates a lot of controversy and a lot of options. So if you think about Stenberg, listen, Stenberg is a stud. Okay, he's a stud. Now, as Canuck fans, we wanted the number 1 overall pick. We understand that. We want that. We get it. Okay. Here's the thing. We didn't get it. Now you're at 3. If I was the Vancouver Canucks, and I would be picking Stenberg. I would just pick Stenberg and just be thrilled. He's the most NHL ready. He is going to be a future star. I don't know if we're going to say, can he turn into the next Rantanen? I'm not sure. Okay. But I'm thinking like he's going to be legitimately, him and McKenna are going to be good. Now, a lot of people out there are like, they're just wingers. Guys, you want elite players on your team. The Toronto Maple Leafs reportedly have been kicking the tires just thinking, should we go Stenberg or should we go McKenna? I think they're going to go McKenna. If they go Stenberg, this still works out. Now, I don't think the Canucks trade this pick if it's McKenna there. Everything hinges on the San Jose Sharks at 2. And I just want to bring this up here so you can see it. Okay, so Toronto at 1. I think it's almost consensus that it's going to be McKenna at this stage. He's got a ton of upside, and Toronto can use any kind of help there for sure. They can also use help at the defenseman position, so I'd be shocked if they went defenseman here. But the San Jose pick is the one that's super interesting. Will the Sharks add a winger to that spot with the good centers with Celebrini, Will Smith, and Misa? Okay. Or are they going to go for a place of need and talent? Because I'm telling you right now, there's at least 3 or 4 what I would consider elite level defensemen in this draft. And if they want one of those guys, Reed, Verhoff, Karls, maybe Smits is the other one. Those guys, or I mean, maybe it depends on what you think about Daxon, Rudolph. Okay, I don't know. It's a legitimate thing that San Jose could pick an elite right-handed shot defenseman at 2. I think that's going to happen. And all the San Jose Shark fans come into my comments all the time, and they're like, we're picking Stenberg at 2. It's like, you might, but I think there's how do you pass up on an elite defenseman? And defensemen can last longer than the forwards. They're hard to find, man. The centers are difficult to find. So it puts an incredible opportunity here for Stenberg to be picked at third. Now, this is why I'm all for the Canucks trading back. I'm all for the Canucks trading back. Because I'm Stenberg or bust when it comes to that. If Stenberg's there, it's Stenberg or bust. But Malhotra, is he a lock for the Canucks at third? And I think that if the Canucks have an opportunity to draft Malhotra or Stenberg, they're going Malhotra. And if that's the case, please trade back. Because when you look at Chicago, when you look at the Rangers, are either one of those guys going to take Caleb Malhotra? I think the answer is no. I think the answer is no. Now, the only ones that could would be the Rangers. So if I was the Vancouver Canucks and I had pick number 3, do I make the pick or do I trade back? And all the rumors are saying that the Calgary Flames are trying to move up. They're talking with San Jose. They're talking with Toronto. Those guys are not going to try. Listen, the price tag to get 1 or 2 is going to be insane. But 3 could be, and I know they're division rivals, and you know that I am the number 1 Flames hater, okay? Like, there's nobody that doesn't like this team more than me, okay? That's just me. But if this can help us out and we get a trade offer, and let me show you what I'm talking about. Would you do this deal? We're also going to talk about the Seattle Kraken in this offer next. But if the Flames offer you their 6 and 2 of their 2026 second round picks for the third overall to move up 3 spots to get Stenberg, would you do this? Because I'm saying right now, if Toronto goes McKenna, San Jose goes with one of the defensemen, Vancouver's got an opportunity for third and doesn't take Stenberg. Like, so you got Stenberg there, and they trade back with Calgary. There's a legitimate shot that the Canucks get Malhotra at 6, who they want at 3, and get more draft capital. I think it's worth considering and being realistic about. Would you do this deal? I think that I would probably do this deal. I don't think Calgary's going to move up those spots to go get a guy like Caleb Malhotra. Here's the thing about Vancouver Canucks, and all honesty, and I know we're locked into certain guys. We want Malhotra, we want Stenberg. We need everything on this team. If we went defenseman, I would be a little bit disappointed, but I'm like, I get it. That means that they value this guy, whether it's Reed, Verhoff, Carls, okay? Those guys are all going to be good NHLers. I'm just sitting here watching this draft. The Vancouver Canucks, if you go best player available, well, best player available and need, both of those things, we need everything. Everything. So we could go any way there. So I'm thinking if this trade right here, that one is very enticing to me. I would seriously consider it. The other one is this one. And I've talked about it on another video before, but I want to really dive into it now that we know the numbers. Canucks trade 3rd overall pick to the Kraken for 7th overall and the 25th overall pick. Okay? And there's something special about this one that's different because you say, no, we're not trading with Calgary. Let's trade with Seattle. Again, division rival. But Seattle has 2 first-round picks. And that's where it comes enticing. And what happens is, I believe if this trade happens, Vancouver gets out of 3rd and says, we're going to take our risks. And you see Calgary, either Calgary's going to take a defenseman or he's probably going to take Malhotra. And you're saying, well, then don't do it. Unless at 7, guys, at 7, you go and get Viggo Bjork. That guy is... Guys, have you been watching this world tournament that's been going on? He looks absolutely stellar. I am all in on this. I understand he's small. But This kid is dynamic, and what he's doing on the ice, night in, night out, I'm telling you, I'm excited to see wherever this kid goes. And if you can't get Malhotra, and I get it, like I have Malhotra just slightly ahead of Bjork, just because of size, just because of that. But maybe Bjork's the better guy. I've been saying Bjork's the better guy, but it doesn't matter. Pick either one of those guys, whoever's available at 7, and you get 25. So then we get 24 from the Minnesota pick as Vancouver Canucks, and you get 25. That makes our team. You have to seriously consider both of these trade options, because the point of this is to rebuild this team the right way, not as, and you've seen me say this, rebuild it the right way, because there's a big difference between playoff contender and cup contender. And I'm just telling you right now, I want us contending for cups, not just trying to make it back to the playoffs. What do you think in here? I want to know. But listen, these are two legitimate options if they come knocking on your door, and I'm okay with it, everyone. I'm okay with it. If you're going to bypass Stenberg at 3, trade back. Now, you might say, oh, shoot, the New York Rangers took Malhotra. Well, then go take Bjork. Go take him. Take him. And you just improved your team. Look, those second-round picks, there's like, and if you think for a second, like, what we're going to get at 23 and 24, there is going to be someone who falls, okay? Someone who falls. And it might be a Klepov. It might be I'm just a Desharnais. Is it Desharnais? Is that that's his name? No, is that the old Canucks guy? Danino? I don't forget. Where there's some D there. There's some forwards there that are like, guys, if we could land 2 of those guys instead of just 1, I'm all in. Why am I messing up on those names? I don't know. I've been doing so much draft content and thinking about this. This is crazy. So I'm open to either one of these deals. I know it sucks that both of these teams are that they're both sitting there at as division rivals. That's the part that hurts. But it does make sense. If you want to make this team better and you're not picking Stenberg at 3, has to go there. Okay, let me dive into your comments. I'm excited to talk to you about it. Hopefully that all made sense. Going to get into this quick promo, and I'm going to get into your comments. First one to comment is Chris. Welcome. Or is it Stuart? We're going to find out. No, I'm joking. Elfrin's in the building. Good to see you, man. I love the logo on there, the Stanley Cup Final logo. That's so cool. Swerve and Irvin's in the building. What's up? Good to see you, man. Okay. Perfetti says, I heard the Canucks are in the race of 4 teams to trade for Sharks number 2 pick, but I don't think the Canucks are willing to give up players. They shouldn't. Why in the world? So what? To get, if you're going to go Caleb Malhotra, don't ever trade up. If that's what you're going to do, don't do it. Don't do it. If you're going to get Stenberg, okay, cool. I'm okay with that. I don't want to do this. I think who you get at 3rd, whether say it goes McKenna, Stenberg, and then Malhotra, I'm okay with that. Stay at 3, get your guy. Happy for that move. But I think you could get one of those guys. I think you would get, if Stenberg's available at 3, that's when Calgary's knocking on your door. That's when Seattle's knocking on your door. And if they offer those things, that would be awesome. Give up defenseman. What does that mean? I'm not sure. Perfetti, let me know. What do we do? What do we get in return if I assume we trade down? We talked about both the scenarios. I talked to them about both of them. You've probably seen them here, but I'll just bring them back up. So this is the Flames one. So 2 second-round picks. They have 4. They have 4 second-round picks. I forgot to mention that. So there's that one. And then, or you give up 4 picks or four overall slots and get that plus the 25th overall, which would, I love that one too. So I'm all in on that. Okay. Elias Samuelson and an 8th pick for number 2. That's a decent package. Pretty sure they'll accept it. An 8th pick. What are we talking about here? This is not the Canucks, are we? Oh, they're going to move down. 4 teams in race. Okay, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be dropping too much if I was them, to be honest with you. But then pick up another great D-man with the 8th pick. So you're talking with Winnipeg. Oh, with Winnipeg. My apologies. I didn't get that. Maybe they'll do that. I don't know. I wouldn't do that if I was them. Hey, Cadet Dalton. What's up? Good to see you, man. Okay, Cliff Hronek and 24th pick for San Jose. I don't think they do that. We overvalue Hronek, guys. He's not worth this. But that's fine. I don't want to trade down unless the juice is worth the squeeze. I think both of those scenarios that I said to you, are both worth it if they're going to go Malhotra over Stenberg. I really, really do. Okay. So, something to think about, right? If they gave up the 3rd trade for lower, it would be worth more. I agree. Cliff doesn't like that. Chris says yes. Wust says Rangers will beat them. Lafreniere or Schneider to swap picks. I don't think that's super enticing, to be honest with you. Who's available at 3rd in this scenario? I'm saying Stenberg's available at 3rd in this scenario. That's what I'm saying. The better question is it worth drafting Caleb Malhotra if Manny gets hired? I don't think that's even a question. Of course you do it. I think you hire Manny Malhotra either way, but 100%. If it's McKenna, you do not trade that 3rd pick. Okay. Manny plus Caleb is not a problem. 100% agree, Perfetti. Absolutely. My question is, why did FL fall this far that they need the 9th pick? Who's FL? FL. Florida. Oh, they just had a rough year injuries wise. That's all it comes. It was for Adam and Dave Lowry. So Jay's saying that was a problem. Just because it was a problem for someone else doesn't mean it's going to be a problem for Vancouver. And Prick Freddy says, no, it wasn't. He's the guy who literally lives in Winnipeg. It definitely wasn't. Okay. Settle down now's here. Hey, fella. So Montreal Vegas final. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's game 1. I'm going to do another video coming up. I'm going to talk about, the Canes and Habs game. I was thinking about doing another live tonight, but maybe I'll just make a video and then post it tomorrow. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, that would be good. Bjork is a player. Remote viewer, I agree, man. If you come out of this draft and you trade back and you get Caleb or Bjork, you got to be happy with that. Colorado versus Carolina are on the cards for me. It still could happen. I feel that 3rd for 7th and 25 is a way to get the Ruck Twins also. I'm not on the Ruck Twins train. And well, if we get them, great. That's great. We could go 20. Would you do 24, 25 at the Ruck Twins? Or would you do 25 and hope to get the next one at the, well, yeah, I mean, you could get it with our first pick in the 2nd round. And then you got another 2nd round, or no, it wouldn't be now 2nd round. You still have 2 2nd rounders. Bjork and Ruck Twins is decent. You know what? That's not wrong. They're all just smaller. That's the only thing. Settle Down Now says Lowry definitely had his dad as coach. It didn't work great. Red Adam Lowry did much better after a new coach, possibly incidental. It's possible. It's incidental. I think it is. It works very well. Winnipeg had no issues with it. Tony is here and saying, if you take Malhotra, trade down to 5 or 6. That's exactly what this whole video is about, Tony. I agree. Lowry is a great captain, Dave. Great captain. Dave was a great coach. Fetty, living in Winnipeg, Montreal fan, frequently Canucks channel. Hey, listen, he is a Canadian hockey fan. He likes the Canadian teams, and most people have no problem with that. I'm just a diehard Canucks fan, and I like some other teams as well. Okay. Any good Dollarama pulls lately? No, the only whenever I get a Dollarama, like a Dollarama pack, I just open it and I film it every time. So I've only had 3 packs. I'm pretty discouraged. I haven't had anything great yet. So yeah, I know you're talking about the hockey cards for sure. Next time I get one, I'm going to film it again. Alfred says both Calgary and Seattle offers sound enticing. I agree. But if I were the Canucks, I'd keep 3. If we need a cornerstone player to help upstart the rebuild, well, you still can get one of those guys at 6 and 7. Listen, you could still get one of the defensemen at 6. You can get one at 6. In my opinion, there are 5 cornerstone players, and then there's Caleb Malhotra. I don't think he's a cornerstone guy, but I could be wrong. Maybe he would be 6. If either Verhoff or Caleb Malhotra's available at 6, Calgary's picking one of those 2 guys. So, Caden, Cadet Dalton, I'm a Bolts fan in a disputed territory, frequently Canucks streams. There you go. Love having you here. Yeah, I don't think it would pass on Stenberg one way or the other. I agree. I wouldn't either. But if the Canucks have decided that they're going to pass on Stenberg, I say you've got to seriously consider trading back. Canes are not done. I agree. You believe they're going to be in 6. Stankoven, yeah, that's your boy. The Storm's coming. There you go. I'm going to make this video, so stay tuned, guys. If the Canucks trade for 7 and 25, we could score the Twins. Yep, we could. Hronek and 3rd for 2nd. I just wouldn't do that deal. Why? What's the difference? That you get Stenberg over Malhotra? I'm good. I wouldn't do that deal. I think we're giving up too much. Average tenure of a first-time NHL head coach is 2.5 years. I don't feel married to many. People are going to be raging at him in no time. Drafting best player available is more important than coach pickup. I agree. There's a lot of good coaches out there. Winnipeg was the Vancouver farm team when we lost our NHL team. It isn't rare at all for hockey fans in Winnipeg to like the Canucks. There you go. We've been put in our place. That's great. Okay. Dalton says, I made a video of me unboxing cards once. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've done tons of those. But I'm okay with hiring both and kicking the issue down the road while Caleb has his NCAA year and an AHL year. I mean, that's right. That's the other thing about Caleb. He's most likely he's not playing next year for Vancouver. So again, trade back. If that's who you're going to go take. And the Habs are the only team in the playoffs. Again, not rocket science. Yeah, it's not rocket science. Sorvin Irvin's like, nice. It's from 2024. May do a new one. Okay, cool. So, and then Adams here, McKenna or Stenberg or Reed, end of story. Yeah, those are my top 3 guys. That's what I have right there. In that order. That's exactly what I have on my list. But the Canucks, I'm convinced that the Canucks are going to go get Malhotra at 3. whether Stenberg's there or not. That's what I think is going to happen. So I'm nervous about it, guys, to just be completely honest about that. I'm very nervous about the Canucks. Why do you think high pick trades are so rare nowadays? Hard to quantify trade odds. It is hard. I think there's 2 elite forwards, Stenberg and McKenna, and I think there's 3 elite right-handed shot diggy. Reed, Verhoff, Karls. That's what I think. And then everything after that is different. So we'll see. We'll see, guys. I don't know. It's going to be one of those difficult ones. I've got some friends messaging me. Okay, I thought it was having to do with this. It is not. Okay, it is not. Okay. Hope you guys are having a great night. So glad you're here. I'm going to call it a night. We're at 26 minutes. Wanted to do a quick stream on this. So glad that you came. If you're still here and you're watching this video and you haven't left a comment yet, could you please do that? That would be great. But more importantly, can you all, it's free to do, hit the like button, the subscribe. I'd really, really appreciate it. And I'm so pumped about this draft. Can't wait for it to come. I'm going to call it a night. Thanks so much for being here. And of course, always believe in blue. We're going to see what happens at the draft, and go Canucks go.